Shalom Israel, Yahaba Shem Yahushua Barakathum to the brothers, Yahushua Alathun by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. I'm Prison Officer 50 Quran Yala, the ISUBK, holding it down for Officer 500 Natazab tonight. And this is the the Wednesday biblical night, the Wednesday night biblical law class, right? As you can tell by the title, we're going to be going into the laws on seeing the nakedness of a family member. You understand? The Lord is very adamant about us being a holy and separate people. The customs of the heathens are vain. You understand? Like, we don't come from a culture of people whose sons have sexual intercourse with their direct sister or with their mother or auntie or things of that nature. That's the customs of heathen nations. And the Lord says we are a holy and separate people, meaning that we ain't supposed to do what these heathens do. You understand? And we're gonna get into the laws on that, and then I'm gonna get into a couple of situations that happened that happened in the past with Israel that indulged in some of these wicked behaviors. You understand? So without further ado, let's get to Leviticus, the 18th chapter. I'm gonna start at the first verse. We're gonna do a lot of reading today, but I'm gonna break it down for you. So this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, and it's starting at verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. The Lord said, Moses, go tell the children of Israel that I am their God. You understand? He ain't talking to no heathens. He's talking to the Israelites, according to what this first verse just said. You understand? Salakia. Verse 3. And after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whether I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Now, the reason why these laws are so important and why the Lord is going to give you these laws is because these are the customs of the heathens that we are not supposed to partake in. You understand? And when we get into these laws, I'm gonna give a couple of examples on how the heathens got down. You understand? Verse 4. Ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. The Lord said, look, y'all do what I tell y'all to do. You understand? Don't do what the Canaanites do. Don't do what the Egyptians do. Don't follow at the customs of these heathens, because these heathens is wicked. You understand? They don't have a moral compass in their culture. And the Lord, him being the only him being the only God and the God that's smarter than man, he understands that these wicked customs of these heathens, it will destroy a nation. You understand? Especially a nation that he wants to put his name on. The Lord is righteous and holy. The Lord don't want his nation with the name of him on them, you understand, to be partaking in wicked, filthy acts, right? And it says, Salakia, verse 5, ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. The Lord said, look, if you keep my statutes and my judgments, you will live. You understand? And what's the alternative to living? Death. That's why in the book of Romans, it says, I think it's the sixth chapter, 23rd verse, I believe. I'm paraphrasing, but the wages of sin is death. You understand? So, let me get that. Yeah, con. This is the book of Romans, chapter 6, and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death. You understand? The wages of sin is death, meaning if you like a wage is something that you paid. You understand? If you go work for your oppressor, the wages of you doing that job is whatever amount of money that they pay you an hour. At the end of the week or 2 weeks, you're gonna get your paycheck. That's the wages of your work. You understand? The Lord said the wages of sin is death, meaning if you sin, you're going to be repaid with death. You understand? Salaki, I just want to get half of that verse, not the whole verse. Salaki, I'm going to read the whole thing. But the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. You understand? The gift of God is eternal life through Christ. Meaning what? Meaning we have to keep the same law, statutes, and commandments that Christ reiterated from the Old Testament. You understand? Like if we follow Christ and do what Christ do, that's us taking the second chance that the Lord gave us, because the Lord gave us Christ to be the sacrificial lamb for us to come back to him. This is what John 3:16 is about. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. This ain't about no heathen getting saved. This is the world of Israel that the Lord is talking about. But you understand? I don't want to get too deep into that. But the wages of sin is death. You understand? I'm going to read this again. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 5. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. He shall live in them. Meaning, you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, this is going to be life for you. You understand? You're going to live by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. So, like in verse 6, none of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. This is what the Canaanites and the Egyptians did. They didn't give a damn about seeing their grandma's naked or their brother or sister naked. You understand? Or walking in a room with their daddy just coming up out of getting out of the bath, and their daddy is full blown naked. These Egyptians, these Canaanites, that didn't bother them. You understand? Because these is filthy, wicked, nasty people. You understand? Like me personally, it would traumatize me to see one of my family members' nakedness. You understand? And that's the spirit of the Lord. Like nobody want to see their grandma naked, they daddy naked. But these heathens, they don't have a problem with that because they wicked. They don't have laws against that because this is the lifestyle that they are accustomed to, because they serve no God. They serve themselves. You understand? So like you. Verse 7. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The Lord, like, look, man, that's your mama. You ain't supposed to see her naked. Jim Jones. You understand? Like, the brothers just brought out a tape about Jim Jones saying that he was tongue kissed by his mother, and he was angry about it. He was damn right to be angry about that. His mama out of pocket for that. You understand? And he tried to justify saying that she was young at the time. And not only did he say that his mother taught him how to tongue kiss, but she taught him how to put on condoms and all other type of stuff. You understand? That's filthy and wicked, and that is not the customs of Israelites. That's the customs of being in Egypt. You understand? Which we are today. Like your oppressor is the one that's in the household molesting his own children, and nobody thinks it's abnormal. You understand? Those are the customs of these heathens that we live round about. For them to do filthy, wicked, nasty acts, and it's normal in a family. You understand? So like you. It says, verse 8, the nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover it. It is thy father's nakedness. The scriptures say, when you leave your household and you go find your wife, you cleave unto that wife and you become one flesh with that wife. So if your father has a woman other than your mother, and as well as your mother, Her nakedness is his nakedness because they are one flesh. You understand? Like you don't want to see your mama's naked, and you don't want to see your father's other wife naked. You understand? Because that's wicked as hell. You don't want to disrespect your father in that manner. You don't want to disrespect yourself in that manner. You don't want to disrespect your nation. You don't want to disrespect your God in that manner. You understand? Reading on. Verse 9. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or the daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness shall not thou shalt not uncover. Even if you got a sister, right, that's your father's daughter, you understand, that or your mother's daughter, whether she be born at home or born somewhere else, you ain't supposed to see her naked. You understand? You ain't supposed to see her naked at all. And the Lord is being specific by saying, if this is your mother's daughter or your father's daughter, the reason why he's wording how he's wording it is because the children of Israel as a whole, we are all brothers and sisters. But the Lord is not the author of confusion. He's telling you straight up. The sister that I'm talking about is your father's daughter or your mother's daughter. Of course, you can meet another Israelite in the world that's of your nation of people. That's not your mother or father's daughter, and this still is basically considered your sister. So the Lord don't want you to get confused about, oh, I can't deal with that Israelite because she's my same people and she considered my sister. No, that's not what he's talking about. The Lord is talking about, look, don't deal, Salakia, you can't even look at the nakedness of your mother's daughter or your father's daughter. You understand, Salakia? Verse 10. The nakedness of thy son's daughter or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness. You can't see your grandchild naked. You understand? It's like you can't uncover the nakedness of your son's daughter, your son's son, and vice versa. The Lord is totally against us seeing each other naked. You understand? Because we are separate and holy people. Like I said a little bit earlier, these are the customs of these damn heathens. You understand? Salakia. What was I? Verse 11. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. So if your father has another wife other than your mother, and they have a daughter together, that is your sister. You cannot see her nakedness. You understand? Verse 12. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father nearest kinswoman. You can't see your auntie naked. Like, look, man, I love my family with my heart and soul. You understand? I don't want to see none of my relatives naked. You understand? And any brother with a moral compass would actually would feel like that, whether you're in the truth or not. You understand? So, Salakia. Where was I at? Verse 13. Thou shalt not uncover thy nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's nearest kinswoman. You can't see your mother's sister naked either. That's your auntie on your mama's side. She is her near kinswoman. No, you're not supposed to be looking at your auntie naked on either side. Can't see your auntie naked, your nieces, nephews, none of that. You understand? Verse 14. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt. You understand? You can't see the nakedness of your uncle or see the nakedness of your uncle's wife, because she your auntie. She is your auntie, just like your mama's sister is your auntie. You understand? And your daddy's sister is your auntie. She is the same as your mama and daddy's sister, because your uncle is your father's brother. Her nakedness, meaning your uncle's wife, nakedness is your uncle's. Alina, they okay? Yeah. All right. Verse 15. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. You understand? And you, like, you are not to see your daughter's wife naked. Number one is his nakedness. Number two, she is basically your daughter. You understand? Because this is your son, and I believe it's Leviticus the 20th chapter. I'm not sure, so like, don't quote me on that. I just can't think right now. But uh, if your son has a wife that you have given him or that you have not given him, you understand? You're supposed to treat your son's wife as your own daughter, as your own flesh and blood. You understand? Okay, where was I? Salakia. Verse 16. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness. Self-explanatory. Verse 17. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness. Now let's break that down. Verse 17. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. You cannot sleep with a woman and then sleep with her daughter. This is what's going on in Christianity every damn day. These are the customs of these damn heathens. You understand that Israel is infected and plagued with, because we want to be so much like these damn heathens. The Lord said, look, you can't have sex with a woman and her mother or and her daughter. You understand that? That is wickedness. And it says, so like, I'm gonna keep going. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness. So you can't have sex with a woman, and then if she has a son and then he has a daughter, you can't have sex with her or see them naked either. You understand? Like when it say uncover their nakedness, you're not even supposed to look at them naked. You're not even supposed to be able to see them naked at all, let alone sleep with them. You understand? Verse 18. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, besides the other in her lifetime. Like, we ain't supposed to take a wife and then take her sister to be a wife. That is going to vex the hell out of your first wife. Like, we understand Black, Latino, and Native American women growing up in America. A lot of sisters, they don't want to hear that law about multiple wives, and how the Lord is accepting of a man having multiple wives. You understand? And it being laws on how to deal with multiple wives. But it will be much worse if you got two sisters that's competing for the same husband and they grew up in the same house. They're gonna be arguing and fighting with each other every time they see each other. You understand? The Lord said the Lord don't want you to be, the Lord is not the author of confusion. He don't want you to have two women so close as them being sisters, to where it's just gonna vex their spirit that they're gonna argue and fight with each other all the time. And you see this with the account of Jacob and his first two wives. You understand? Which was trickery done to Jacob by his uncle Laban, and it was Jacob's righteous duty to be able to take these women in righteousness. You understand? Meaning this, the Lord understood what happened back in those times, and he understood before what happened in those times, because the Lord is smarter than man. This is why he gave Moses these laws to write down. When Jacob was alive, it wasn't no written law. So like it wasn't no written law. It wasn't no written law to where we could and couldn't do this. We had the oral traditions of Adam passed down through Noah, so forth and so on. You understand? We had these same laws, but it was it was brothers keeping the law with memory of oral traditions passed down. You understand? Not law, statutes, and commandments as far as written on a piece of paper or in a book to where, yeah, we go to this law, man, you did this and you broke this law. You understand? And the Lord understood like what was going on between Jacob's first wives. You understand? Rachel and Leah, and how they had little skirmishes and quarrels against each other because they was married to the same husband and they were sisters and grew up in the same house. Like if you got two sisters that grew up in the same house, they naturally not going to get along all the time any goddamn way. So it's going to make it that much worse if a man takes one sister to be his wife and then go ahead and take the other sister to be his wife. The Lord said, man, you can't do that. You understand? Verse 19. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness. Meaning, we are not allowed to have sex with a woman while she's set apart because she's unclean. You understand? And this uncleanness that the scripture is talking about is her being on her menstrual cycle. We not like this is not a sin worthy of death, but the Lord does not want you to be unclean. You understand? As far as like you going in a woman on her period. The Lord said, no, look, you can't do that. That is unlawful. That is filthy and disgusting. You understand? Salakia. Verse 20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. And that's adultery right there. You understand? You can't lie carnally with your neighbor, your brother's wife, or any another man's wife in general to defile yourself. Because why? These are the customs of these other nations. These are the customs of the heathens. We're not supposed to partake in what they do because we are holding separate people unto the Lord our God. Once again, you understand? Verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of God, of thy God. I am the Lord. And that letting our seed pass through the fire of Molech, Salaki, pass through the fire of Molech. That's basically sacrificing your child for a better life, which Molech was a Canaanite god. You understand? The Canaanites, the Egyptians, these Africans, they all worship the same damn gods. Canaanites, Egyptians, Babylonians, all them heathens worship the same gods. The Lord is not about you sacrificing your child for you to have a better life. The Lord don't want you to kill your damn child. Like if you look at the account between Salakia, between Abraham and Isaac, you understand? Abraham, he was like, look, man, I'm gonna do whatever the Lord tell me to do. You understand? But the Lord didn't really want him to kill Isaac. That was a test. That's why Abraham never killed Isaac, because the Lord didn't want him to kill Isaac. If the Lord wanted Abraham to kill Isaac, Abraham was such a loyal servant and soldier for the Lord. Isaac would have been dead in these scriptures. You understand? But the Lord don't want you to sacrifice your child for a better lifestyle. You understand? Or prosperity in the future. Which these damn heathens, these are the customs of them. You understand? Verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. Look, a man should not lie with another man like he would lie with a woman. That's an abomination. The abomination is something filthy and disgusting that the Lord hates. You understand? The Lord said, "Look, I'm against homosexuality. I'm against alternative lifestyles, LGBT, whatever the hell you want to call it. The Lord is not with that. You understand?" Salakia. Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. Look, the Lord does not want blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to indulge in bestiality, which the definition of that is you having sex with an animal. You understand? And this is the custom of the heathens. Many kings of Egypt and queens of Egypt are known for having experiences and things like that with animals. You understand? Bestiality. A lot of the nobles of Egypt, they indulge in these wicked lifestyles, and just like today, you got these Edomites who basically the Egyptians of these times, because we are in Egypt. These Edomites, a lot of them, a lot of famous ones, they do a lot of unspeakable acts that you might not even know of, and a lot of them unspeakable acts be them having sex with animals. You understand? Like these people are wicked and filthy and nasty as hell, and the Lord don't want us to be nothing like these people. You understand? Salaki. 24. Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. The Lord said, look, these nations do all this. These nations are sleeping with their own mothers. The daughter is having sex with his granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? The granddaughter is having sex with her uncle. The uncle is having sex with his nephew's wife. The father is having sex with his great niece. Like it's nasty and disgusting. These heathens are having sex with animals, and it's normal to them. It's absolutely completely normal to them. You understand? It's sick. It's sick. Like let's just keep it 100. It's sick. These people who are deemed to be great ancient civilizations, man, these people ain't nothing but a bunch of drug addicts and sexual deviants. You understand? And the Lord said, look, y'all separate and holy people unto me. Meaning I'm gonna put my name on you and give you these law, statutes, and commandments so you don't indulge in these filthy, wicked, stinking acts. You understand? Like the scriptures say, if we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, the other nations gonna look at us like, damn, what nation has God so close to them? You know why? Because a person of another nation gonna look at us like, you've never seen your mother naked? Like, nah, hell no, man. We don't do none of that. That's nasty as hell. You understand? Oh, y'all don't eat pig? Nah, man, we don't do that. That's nasty as hell. To where we carry ourselves in such a highly upstanding and holy manner. These people gonna be looking at us like damn, like ooh, they must got a God so close to them that they just don't indulge in nothing. You understand? Because when you look at a lot of these acts that the scriptures are against, it you, you can die from this stuff. You can die from having sex with a goat or a bull. You can die from sleeping with somebody's daughter or son. You understand? You can die for sleeping with a man's wife. You understand? The scriptures say the wages of sin is death. You understand? Romans 6:23. The wages of sin is death. You don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, now you subject to die. You are subject to die. And a lot of our people unfortunately don't give a damn about that. That's why they sleeping with other men's wives. That's why they indulging in homosexuality and so-called alternative lifestyles, and all in that church doing all manner of evil. You understand? Having sex with the deacon's wife, his daughter. You understand? The pastor is raping everybody's sons. Come on, man. This is wicked as hell, and the Lord is totally against this. You understand? We keep reading. And the land, Salakia, verse 25. And the land is defiled. Therefore, I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it. And the land itself vomited out her inhabitants. Man, look, the Middle East is this land that people have been fighting over for thousands of years. That's holy land. That is the Lord's chosen land that He chose to put his favorite people on planet Earth. The only people that He has known according to what He said. Like, these people are evil, wicked, and vile. You're not supposed to be committing homosexual acts in the Lord's land. This is why the Lord had to get these people up out of there. And same thing happened with Israel too. Once we start indulging in these wicked, stinking acts, the land vomited us out of it too. You understand? But the Lord, having mercy on us, is giving us a second chance at life. You understand? And coming to observe these law, statutes, and commandments that we should live by, Salakia, would grant us action on coming back to our homeland and living in righteousness. You understand? Verse 26. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth with you. Verse 27. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. And the Lord said, look, these damn Canaanites and these Egyptians, they do this type of stuff. Y'all are not to do this stuff. Before y'all came out of Egypt, and before you was a nation, they've been doing this stuff. You understand? Verse 28. That the land spew not you out also, when ye defiled it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you. Verse 29. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people. You understand? And to be cut off from among your people is to be called an outcast. You understand? To be saying, oh yeah, he ain't one of us. Yeah, he's an Israelite, but we don't deal with him because he followed the customs of the heathen. You understand? This is like uh, uh, the children of Israel in the times of the New Testament that grew up in Jerusalem, and they looking at some of the people from the northern kingdom as Gentiles because they speak Greek. You understand? Or some brothers from the southern kingdom that just didn't grow up in the land of Judea, but they speak Greek, or they Roman citizens. They like, yeah, you're a Gentile. You're uncircumcised nigga. Like you not one of us. You a heathen. You understand? You an outsider. That's what it means to be cut off. To be cut off means that you're an outsider. You can't come to the high holy days. You cannot come to the congregation amongst the children of Israel. Meaning you a bastard. You understand? The Lord is not dealing with you. You understand? That's what it means to be cut off. Verse 30. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. The Lord don't want you to be a damn Egyptian. The Lord does not want you to commit the abominations of these Canaanites. The Lord is totally against the customs of these damn heathens. You understand? But Salaki, I'm gonna drop that. Let me get Genesis 35 and 22. That's the book of Genesis, chapter 35. And I'm going to start at verse 17. Book of Genesis, chapter 35 and verse 17. And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. Verse 18. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called his name Benjamin. Verse 19. And Rachel died and was buried in the way of Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. Right? So Rachel is pregnant at this time, and she is going to give birth to Benjamin, the father, the forefather of the whole tribe of Benjamin. You understand? And she's going to give birth to this son. But right before she give birth to the son, Salaki, right before she names the right after she names the son, she dies right after birth. You understand? Because the Lord took her for whatever reason he wanted to take her. You understand? But she died after she called him a name, but then Israel called him Benjamin. You understand? So after she died and she had Benjamin, this is what happened next. Verse 20. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave, that is the pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. 21. And Israel sojourned and spread his tent beyond the tower of Eder. So Rachel died after she had Benjamin. Then Israel buries her. You understand? And now he's living in Salaki. Where it say? It say verse 21. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Eder. Right. Verse 22. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in that land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. Now, Reuben being Israel's firstborn, when Israel was away from Reuben and the rest of everybody else, Reuben took it upon himself to go sleep with his father's wife. You understand? Which is against the law. Like I said, in the time of Israel and his sons, we didn't have a physical law. You understand? Written down on paper, but we had the oral law passed down from man to man, and the traditions and the customs that we kept all the way back from the times of Adam and Noah and so forth and so on. You understand? So Reuben committed an abomination that these Canaanites do. He slept with his father's wife, which is a no-no. You understand? The Lord is totally against that. And Israel heard about it. You understand? And of course, if your son sleep with your wife, you're gonna feel some type of way about that. Like, man, this little nigga that has sex with my woman. Like it's gonna like you gonna feel some type of way about that. I don't care who you is. You understand? So like it. Let me drop that. I just went there just to show you, give you an example on us breaking the law that the Lord gave to us. But then I'm gonna give you the consequence of that law too. Let's go to Genesis chapter 49. The consequence of Reuben breaking that law. Let me see where I want. 49. Yeah, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 1 to give you a little bit of context. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I might tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Verse 2, Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Right? So Jacob is basically on his deathbed, and he's finna give them a prophecy on what's going to happen to the 12 tribes of Israel in the last days before Christ comes back to redeem the children of Israel and to be the king of Israel over the planet Earth and put us back in our righteous state. You understand? Verse 3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. So he like Reuben, like, man, you my first baby boy. You understand? You supposed to be the chief of the army of the sons that I have. You understand? You are my might and my strength. Meaning like you the one who's supposed to lead the rest of your brothers into being an army, you understand, to protect and defend our family. You understand? Verse 4. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. Israel said, look, Reuben, you unstable as water. If you pour water out on the ground, it's going to evaporate. You understand? If I pour water on this table, it's going to go every which way. It's not stable. You understand? You pour water in anything, it's going to take the shape of anything that water is poured in. It's not stable. It says, Salaki. It says, uh, thou shalt not excel. You understand? And not excel meaning you're never going to be you're never going to have stability. You understand? You always going to be constantly at war. You understand? And you're always going to be constantly in strife about something. And that's the tribe of Reuben. That's the Seminole Indians. You understand? Like what happened to the children of Israel as a whole is terrible. You understand? But we have to live out our punishment because the Lord is a just God. You understand? But let's see the reason why that the Lord said that Reuben is unstable as water and he shall not excel. Because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defiledest thou it. He went up to my couch. Reuben had sex with his father's wife. You understand? And him doing that was so foul and wicked. You gotta think about it like this, right? Naturally, a man is supposed to pass down what he has to his firstborn son, the bulk of what he has to his firstborn son. But because Reuben did this filthy, wicked act, the 12 tribes of Israel, now instead of Reuben just being the chief tribe and him getting the bulk of everything, now everything got to be distributed damn near evenly because Reuben, being unstable as water, slept with his father's wife. You understand? He basically like forfeited a lot of the responsibility of being the chief tribe just because he wanted to have sex with his father's wife. You understand? And rightfully so. You understand? Because it's even wicked as hell for somebody to lust after anyone's wife, let alone your own father's wife. You understand? Salaki. Salaki. Okay, we're gonna drop that account of Reuben and let's get into one of Solomon's sons and the filthy act that he did. You understand? Y'all could, Bubba Shaw, y'all out there watching. Yeah, Salakia. Before I go on, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the class. Put your name, city, and state so we can mark you down for attendance. I can't see the comments and all of that right now, but I will be going over them later. Make sure you subscribe to ISHBK Sacramento. You understand? And another thing too, make sure y'all subscribe to the ISHBK West Coast Twitter page. You understand? We got brothers on there dropping heavy information, and you know what I'm saying. We just trying to push this truth for as far as we can, so we can go ahead and get up out of hell, so Christ can deem us worthy of us being able to take the kingdom for Him, and we can go ahead and get up out of here and be the rulers on planet Earth like the Lord intended us to be. Salakia, though. Okay, let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 13. Now, this account that we're gonna get into, Salakia, is about Salakia, what else? Yeah, 2 Samuel chapter 13. Okay, this account that we about to get into is this is the account of Solomon's son Amnon, right? Oh, Salakia. Yeah, Solomon's son Amnon. You understand? And him so hold on, Salakia. I believe this is King David's son. Yeah, this is King David's son, Salakia. This is Solomon's brother. You understand? But this is about King David's son. Uh, uh forcing his own sister to have sex with him because of him having a lustful demon on him, and basically breaking the law, and doing up the ordinance of the heathen. You understand? The book of 2 Samuel chapter 13, and we're gonna start at verse 1. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar, and Amnon, the son of David, loved her. Right now, Salakia. It came to pass that after this, Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar, and Amnon, the son of David, loved her. You understand? So this is Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar, and Amnon, the son of David, loved her. So these is David's children. You understand? And David having multiple wives, these children of David have had different mothers. You understand? But the Lord is still the Lord does not change. If whether this is your father's daughter or your mother's daughter, this is your sister, and you should not uncover her nakedness. You understand? Verse 2. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin, and Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. So Amnon, burning and lust for his own damn sister, he fell sick because he knew that he couldn't have his sister, but he wanted his sister. You understand? Verse 3. But Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shemiah, David's brother. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. Now, this is David's cousin, basically. You understand? That is what's his name? Shalaki. His name is Jonadab. Jonadab is David's cousin. This is David, Shalaki, not David's cousin, David's nephew. This is David's brother's son. You understand? Which is the cousin to Amnon. You understand? And they say he was a subtile man, meaning he was a very sneaking, cunning, and conniving type of dude. You understand? Verse 4, and he said unto him, and Salakia said they was friends, meaning they was close. They had a good relationship. You understand? This is his physical blood cousin, but when it says they was friends, they was close. You understand? They chopped it up all the time. They went out and did activities together. You understand? They sat down and have drinks with each other. They went and you know they did what men they did what men do amongst men. You understand? You go out, have a drink with your brother, y'all go get some food together, you know, all that type of stuff. You understand? Verse 4. And he said unto him, why art thou, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell me? He said, why is you, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Meaning, you the king's son, bro. Why the hell is you so sad every day? Like, what's wrong with you? You part of the royal family, my nigga. Like, what's wrong with you? You feel me? He said, wilt thou not tell me? Like, bro, tell me what's wrong with you. And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. You understand? And when he say his brother Absalom's sister, Tamar, Absalom have the same mother. You understand? That's why he's saying my brother Absalom's sister, because of course they all are brothers and sisters, but Tamar and Absalom, they have the same physical mother. You understand? Verse 5. And Jonadab said unto him, lay thee down on thy bed and make thyself sick. And when thy father cometh to see thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it, and eat it at her hand. So this dude, Jonadab, this nigga is wicked as hell. He's sitting up here listening to what's going on with Amnon, and he give him a plan and a plot. And, okay, you want your sister? Look, bro, this is what you do. You go act like you sick in your bed, right? And go holler at your pops and be like, look, man, I'm sick. I want my sister to cook me some food and tell her to come in here and cook it. So you know what I'm saying? I can have my sister feed me. I want my sister to help me. You understand? So he devised this wicked plan to help Amnon sleep with his own sister. You understand? Verse 6. So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I might eat it at her hand. So he did what he said. He took heed to the plan and went to go holler at his pops. You understand? So like he took what his cousin said, lay in the bed, act like he was sick. Then he requested of his father to go get his sister Tamar so she can come feed him. You understand? Verse 7. Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, go now to thy brother Amnon's house and dress his meat. So he like, look, go to Amnon's house and go fix him some food. He's sick. He asking about you. He wants to see his sister. He wants his sister to come help him. You understand? And David not thinking nothing of it, because you know these is his children. You understand? Verse 8. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down, and she took flour and kneaded it and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. Verse 9. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, have out all men from me. And they went out every man from him. So Tamar, she go to his house, she go follow the orders of her father, and go make him some bread, probably some unleavened bread. You understand? You don't say whether it was unleavened or not. That's not even the point here. She went to go make him some bread. You understand? And she finished making the bread, and then she tried to give it to him, but he refused to eat it. So he was like, "Look, every man that's in, everybody that's in here, all y'all leave. Just leave me and Tamar alone." You understand? Verse 10. And Amnon said unto Tamar, bring the meat into the chamber that I may eat of thine hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. So he like, look, man, bring them in my room. You understand? Bring the food in my room so you can feed me. Right? So she followed the orders of her brother. Verse 11. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her and said unto her, come lie with me, my sister. So when she came in the room, Amnon with himself, he grabbed hold of his sister. I was like, man, look, come here, man, come lie with me, man. Like I want to have sex with you. Come on, sis. Like what's up? Right? Verse 12. And she answered him, nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. She like, look, bro, nah, I'm not finna have sex with you, and bro, don't try to force yourself upon me. We ain't supposed to be having sex with each other. You are my brother. This is in the law that we can't have sex with each other. Like, you my brother. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? You tripping. This foolishness, what you got going on. We ain't supposed to be doing this type of stuff. You understand? Verse 13. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? She like, man, and I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? Like, how am I going to get over being ashamed of having sex with my own physical brother? You understand? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. She like, and as for you, you like nigga, we I'm a princess and you a prince of the king. You are going to make yourself as one of the dumbasses of our nation. Like, it's foolish for you to sin, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's foolish to commit adultery, to have sex with heathens, to have sex with your next to kinsman, to commit adultery, for you to get high. That's foolish. You understand? It's dumb. It makes no sense. She like, bruh, you about to be a laughing stock in Israel. I'm going to be ashamed of what the hell you're trying to do, and I'm never going to get over it. And you're going to be looked at as a goddamn fool. You understand? That's like she gonna like you gonna be looked at as a dumbass, Salakia. Now therefore I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. Verse 14. Howbeit he will not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her. She said, look, go holler at the king. You understand? And he ain't gonna keep me from you. She understood fully what the hell she was doing. She was trying to get up out of that jam. She know damn well this is her brother. If he go ask, if he go ask her daddy to their father to take her as a wife, King David gonna be like, nigga, what in the hell is wrong with you? Hell no. She like, man, look, go holler at Pops. If he say it's good, it's good. And the reason why she got him like that, because she like, man, look, he's going to say no. I'm not having sex with you, dude. He's going to say no. Go holler at the king and see if we can do it. Yeah, he ain't gonna keep me from you. She know damn well the king ain't finna let that happen. You understand? I'm gonna read that last scripture over. Verse 14. Howbeit he will not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her. So Amnon ended up raping Tamar. You understand? He forced himself upon her, and he raped the sister. You understand? Verse 15. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. So like it. And Amnon said unto her, arise, be gone. So he raped his own physical sister. Then after he raped his sister, he despised his sister afterwards. You understand? He essentially had his way with her and then threw her away like she was just some broad, some prostitute or some tramp. You understand? Elena, Ivory woke. Uh, Lucky, where was that? Verse 16. She said unto him, there is no cause this evil in sending me away. There is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other evil that thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. And she got at him like, bro, you out of pocket. Like you evil for even forcing me to have sex with you. You understand? Me not wanting to have sex with you and me also being your sister. But for you to have sex with me and then to put me away like I'm just trash, that's even more evil than what you did at first. Because the Lord is against divorce. You understand? That's another topic for a different time. But she basically said, like, bro, you was out of pocket for even forcing me to lay with you, being that I'm your sister and I didn't want to have sex with you. You understand? But you even more evil now that you forced yourself upon me and now you throwing me away. You understand? Verse 17. Then he called his servant that ministered unto him and said, put now this woman out from me and bolt the door after her. Like he called his servant, you understand, that was a man up under him and was like, look, man, get this broad up out of here and lock the door when she get up out of here. You understand? I'm I got what I wanted, you understand? She can leave now. All right. Verse 19. And Tamar put ashes on her head and rent her garment of diverse colors that was on her and laid her hand on her head and went out crying. Verse 20. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, has Amnon thy brother been with thee? But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother. Regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house. I'm not finna keep reading, but I just wanted to give y'all the story on what happened. Uh, Salakia, Amnon was wicked as hell for what the hell he did. You understand? That was totally against the scriptures. That's totally against our culture. He did exactly what a Canaanite would do. You understand? Rape his own sister and then send her out away like she just a piece of trash. You understand? Because he don't want to have no responsibility of righteously being a husband to a woman that he desires so much. You understand? Which he shouldn't have been desiring her any damn way because it's her sister and that's so like it's his sister and that's against the law. You understand? You get Deuteronomy 22 and 25. Like I think I'm about to read this last scripture. I'm gonna wrap it up. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lie with her shall die. You understand? The wages of sin is death. If you rape a woman, you ought to be killed. You understand? You ought to be killed because you have defiled this sister and took her innocence from her and did an unspeakable, abominable act to a sister of your nation. And we ain't even to rape heathens, you understand? Because that's not our culture. That's Canaanite culture. That's Egyptian culture. That's Edomite culture. You understand? The children of Israel, we are a righteous, holy people, thus saith the Lord. We got law, statutes, and commandments that prevent us from doing filthy, wicked, stinking acts like this. And the judgment for committing acts like this is death. You understand? So, like it, I didn't mean for this class to be short. I got these kids upstairs. You understand? Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Shabrak, thumb to the brothers. You understand? Yahweh, Shemal, Lathan, Hashem, Yahweh, to the sisters. Once again, I'm Police Officer 50 Karanyala, holding it down for Officer 500 Nagazab. We the ISUBK up under Commandant General Yohanan, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York in 1969. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the class, you understand? And with that being said, shalom, Israel.